queens, and anyone who still watches this channel. Today is music recommendations number 3. It's been nearly a year since I've made any of these, but I thought why not? I've been listening to music and it's something I quite enjoy. So these will generally be 9 songs I recommend from different artists and or songs I'm listening to, irrespective of whether it's trending or not. And I'll try to post these as much as often, be it once, if not once a week, maybe once a month, or whenever I feel like there's 9 songs I feel like recommending to all of you. And if you want to mention any songs to me, comment below as always. All songs will be linked and or listed in the description. Anyway, let's get into it. The first song, which I've been listening to for some reason non-stop for the last 3 days, is Ellie Goulding featuring Black Bears, Worry About Me. It's very much a banger. I mean, it's very much a post-breakup song, kind of weird sort of vampire dark vibe to it. It's very different, I'd say, from her first 2 albums. Not that I'm not saying that Ellie Goulding as an artist is very, innocent. I wouldn't use the term innocent. It was a lot. I don't know how to describe it. It's very much pop, kind of electro pop, kind of indie pop. How I describe it. This one, let's just say it's pop, even with the inclusion of American rapper Black Bear, which I'm happy he's getting more recognition. He's sort of one of those artists I've heard his music here or there, but I wouldn't see as like prominent as other artists. I like his addition into the song. I think it adds. There's something about it I just love. I could play it on repeat. You know what I mean? It's a really good song for whatever album she has coming. I actually feel like listening to it. She's like kind of one of those artists I listen to a couple of songs or a year featured in a track, but I wouldn't often listen to. Whereas this song, for some reason, it stands out compared to her other tracks. Now, the next song is by artist, rapper, singer I quite enjoy called Queen Herby. I think I found her a few months ago on the YouTube recommendations. Now, originally she was part of a duo called Carmen, which was her and her boyfriend, now husband, Nick, and they were, at least in my perception, more of a kind of pop, not necessarily family friendly, but more of a pop, sweeter looking duo, whereas a lot of people knew her from that and still carried on to her. Personally, I only knew her as Amy, the main singer, as Queen Herby onwards, so I'm mostly just listening to music and I love a lot of it. Mint is probably one of them. It's very much R&B and hip hop is the way I describe their songs, and I like the way she raps more so than when she did Ed and Carmen. I love her style. I love the aesthetics of Mint. It's giving me rich auntie vibes, and I am living for it because who doesn't like that? And it just has a. I don't know. I could imagine listening to this whilst I'm in the car, basically, and I could dance to it. Kind of similar, well, to a degree with "Worry About Me." I really like that song. Really love that artist. Check her out. Then there is the third song I'm mentioning, which is by Ashley Co. I don't know much about Ashley Co. besides when I looked at her, I was like, she looks like a sort of human Hatsumiku, but crazier and kind of weird, but it's very strange. Electropop, hip hop is how I describe her music. It's weird, but I kind of like it. Especially that song "Stupid." That's one of her most popular songs. That kind of gained traction on TikTok, and by virtue that song became very popular. She has other ones, but "Stupid" was the first one I heard, featuring young Baby Tate. And it's weird, and when you watch it with the video, it gives me very Halloween vibes, kind of crazy, murderous killer with all her exes. I kind of love it though. And yes, it got popular on my favorite app, if you can't tell the sarcasm there, TikTok. Now, to be fair, I will say TikTok does tend to popularize certain songs. It's the only reason I know of the next song I'm going to mention, Lana Del Rey's Queen of Disaster. Lana Del Rey is kind of one of those artists. Like, if I hear her music, I know it's by her. I haven't loved every song she's released, but she was taking very like 60s, 90s, 70s Americana sort of vibes. Sometimes tragic relationship vibes. She gives me everything, basically. And Queen of Disaster, I don't know why, though it was one of her unreleased kid demo tracks that was from a few years ago, then got popular on TikTok, which I heard as a result because my boyfriend knows TikTok, and I heard it, and I was like, "Ooh, that's Lana Del Rey." That's what my feelings about that app. And it just got stuck in my head. I'd keep singing, "You spin me like a ballerina." It just, it's beautiful. What can I say? It's pretty. I like the song. It makes me feel pretty. Is the way I describe it. Um, and I think it reminds me of a lot of those other songs she had around the same time, like National Anthem and Blue Jeans. Kind of, that's a lot more the music I appreciate by her. Nothing wrong with her newer stuff, but that particular song I like, and kind of wish it had been part of one of her official, albums. But here nor there. Now the next song I'm going to mention is one that's been popping on the charts and on the radio, which I hear in the clubs too, every time I actually go to a club. And that's St. John's Roses, but the remake by Iman Beck. Iman Beck. Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing that right. This song is sort of song I feel like that sounds like a lot of the songs on the charts, however, doesn't annoy me to death, nor nor do I feel like I'd get sick of it very quickly. Like if I hear it on the likes of iRadio or 2FM or even in a nightclub, like I would dance along to it because it has very much the vibe. Whereas the original, which I heard not that long ago, is a lot more slower, a bit more sadder. Sung by a man, that's the other thing, a bit more explicit. I like both. It probably grow on me over time, but the main, sort of more danceable, somewhat up-tempo, sounds somewhat happier version is the one I'm mostly talking about that started to climb, got more popular within the last year. You know, the original is like nearly 4 years old. You understand? But definite recommendation. And then the next song after this is a song off one of Lindsey Sterling's albums. Lindsey Sterling, if you don't know, is a violinist slash dancer slash. She's on American Got Talent, I think. I love her music. It seems to have the perfect blend of the violin and more dance and dubstep contemporary elements to it, but it sounds good. I mean, there's very few people I can actually like list as violinists that have her level of appeal, I'd say. I really love it. It's just like a lot of her music is some of it is instrumental, some of it has lyrics, but I think it's just she's one of the few artists I've listened to instrumental music from. Love it. Then the next artist I'm gonna mention is one I only found about a couple weeks ago because again randomly came up in my suggestions. Bree Runaway. Like there was Lizzo, Normani, all these other girls, SZA, and then we have Bree Runaway, who I believe at least is British rapper, singer, R&B artist. I love that song Ape Shit though. Like there's something about it that gives me very strong Missy vibes and reminds me of the early 2000s. It just makes you want to get up and start dancing, basically. At least in my eyes. My cringy ass dancing, that is. And I hope, like, she's one of those artists I'm like, I feel like she'll get popular in time. Like, I actually wanted to listen to more of her music because some artists, you listen to one or two tracks and you're like, okay, I'm good. But this one, I'm like, I want to listen to her discography. Is that the right word? Discography. Anyway, the last track I'm going to mention is Eminem's Godzilla featuring Juicy WRLD, R.I.P., which I found the song because it's on Lyrical Lemonade. I was like, huh, why isn't this on like Eminem's Vivo page? I guess with the recent enough passing of Juicy WRLD, that's why. And I love it, to be honest. Like, it's on his own Making a Murder, and I was like, ah, yeah, this is Eminem I love and trust. He's kind of one of those rappers. He's a very good lyricist. He's very good at what he does. I mean, he's kind of hit or miss with me when it comes to certain albums. Like, yeah, I did tend to prefer his older stuff to the newer stuff. I sound like one of those fans. Like, I like the old stuff, not the new stuff, but it tends to be my case. Whereas Godzilla, I was like, see, no, I feel like this is where he's showing he's like the lyricist, he's the main man, and I just like the flow of it. Both also how he raps and how fast he's going at. And on that note, that is all my music recommendations. I'm going to list them down below. Tell me what you think, what you thought about them, whether you like them, whether you hate them, if you have any song suggestions for me. And I want to thank you all for watching. And if you have any questions, suggestions, or video ideas, let me know. Thank you. And